Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, then welcome. I am so full of gratitude today because the video that I posted last time, I didn't know that it will go to such a deep level for so many of you. I received so many beautiful messages, like I was in tears reading them, and they are so beautiful, so heartwarming. And then that made me realize how many women out there, they are in the same situation as me. And honestly, when I created that video, it took me a long time to post it. I'm not going to lie, because I don't know, for some reason I was doubting myself, and some reason I was putting it off because I was thinking, who is going to watch that video and why do people care? But back in my mind, or I would say my heart was saying to me that I should just post it, because not for anyone else, just for younger self of me who was in the same situation and exactly what happened. And I am so happy. In my last video, if you guys are watching for the first time and you have no idea what am I talking about, so in my last video, I talk about why I quit at age of 36. And in today's video, I wanted to talk about how I transformed my life, like how I made such a big difference. And honestly, guys, it's only been a year. It's only been a year, and my life has completely transformed. While I'm saying this, I am so proud of myself, because my old self, I can never believe that I was that person, and I can never believe that I could achieve what I have achieved now. It's unimaginable for anyone that know me from since childhood and know me, they would be in shock. So I am well prepared for today's video. I made some note. By the way, this stationery, you guys, it's so cute. I love it. I'm such a sucker for stationery. Anyways, I am going to show you my notes because I'm prepared, and I think today is going to be a long video because I just want to keep things very real and honest here. I really do not want to hold back anything. I really want to share everything that I have learned so far. So I want to be a friend, a guide, whatever you want to say. And I really want to share my journey, how I did it, and what works for me. And hopefully this will work for you as well. So like I said, it's a long, so let's get started into it. By the way, I'm holding this mic because I don't know why I decide to wear this cardigan. This is like the pearl details on it, and I have no idea how do I put my mic on. The first thing I wanted to say is when you are going to transform your life, the first thing that I wanted to say is what you have to implement in your life is manifestation. Now, don't click away. Don't think that this is a BS that you have heard or seen so many times. Trust me, I also don't believe in the manifestation that is out there on the internet, or I would say people are just throwing this manifestation word like there's no substance to it. And you guys, manifestation is really powerful, and I am going to talk about the manifestation that I truly believe in is not just putting on the pretty pictures, on all the materialistic pictures on your vision board, grab it from the Pinterest and just start dreaming about it. This is not exactly what I'm saying. So the first step that I did is start to change my subconscious mind, because like I said, I grew up in a very traditional mindset environment. Like, people are not progressive, people are not talking about entrepreneurship, people are not talking about anything that is beyond their limited mindset. So I'm growing in the same environment, same society. So it was really challenging to just break that cycle. So the first thing that I did, and I would say to anyone who wants to transform the life, is to focus on your subconscious mind. Change your subconscious mind and bring the manifestation. There are so many books out there on manifestation, but one book, actually, let me step back. How my transformation started is by just watching a podcast. So it was a Jay Shetty podcast, and he was interviewing Roxy Nafouzi, I believe. Yes, Roxy Nafouzi. And I just saw that manifestation video, and I was like, oh my God, I need to read everything about it. And I did all my research, and I end up getting her book. Wait, actually, let me show you. I should have just brought it with me. Okay, so the first book that I got on Manifest is by Roxy Nafouzi. This is a very simple book. I would say this is such an easy read book. And if you're somebody like me, like I never, ever used to read books. Like I tried many times. I never end up reading any single book. So when I say this is such an easy read, and it's a very small book too. You can probably read in like maybe 1 week. I mean, depending on how much time do you have. But starting with reading about manifestation, reading and understanding what true meaning is manifestation, how you can change your subconscious brain, that would be your first step. And the reason why I say this, because most of the people who are watching this video are also come from the same environment like me. Like, I'm such an ordinary girl, right? And I am so ordinary. Like, it's like everything about me was very ordinary. Like, there's nothing special about it. And changing a subconscious mind was a very crucial for me, because there were things that is like the narratives I needed to change. Otherwise, nothing can change. So I would say start with manifestation. And the second is, which ties into this point, which is break from your autopilot life. Every day when we wake up, we have such a autopilot life. Like, we wake up, we grab a coffee, then we get ready, drive to work, we take the same route, we come back, eat the same food. At least I was doing the same thing. So it is so hard to make any changes, because if we are living autopilot life, doing the same thing every day, then it's gonna give us the same results. And if we are planning to change our life and achieve something more, then we have to take some steps that is not aligned with our autopilot life. So just getting out of that autopilot life mode is so profound. Even if it is like taking a different route to work. Like, something that I have implemented in my life is my husband and I, and with our kid, we always used to just go to the same place, go to the same cafe, order the same coffee. This was such a simple thing, but if you can do it, we started to exploring new spot. We said to ourselves, even if we don't like it, we're going to try it, because this way our brain is going to expand. And there are so many examples where we didn't like the place, we didn't end up like the experience, but we said to ourselves, we tried something new. Trying new things are not bad. We just have to be open about it. And now we don't do the same thing. We don't go to the same restaurant. We don't go to the same things. We don't say the same things that we used to say. And you may be thinking that is so simple thing, but trust me, it has so much power inside of it, because when you start doing new things, you can't just start with the big, right? Start small. Start taking a small step towards getting out of your autopilot life. And the next step and the next point is, when you start to get out of your autopilot life, then you are bringing everything to consciousness. And this is very powerful. Why? Because when you observe your thoughts, what are you saying to yourself? And don't attach any feeling to it. Like, I can say to I can at least say about myself, I used to say a lot. Every time I would talk to my friend or whoever, I would say, oh my God, that is so expensive. Oh my God, I don't think it's worth it. I don't think I can get it. I don't think I can afford it. So many times. You know how it impacts our brain? if we are giving a signal that we can afford, we are in lack, we are poor mindset, although our bank account might not reflect the same, but because our brain is saying that and they're listening to what we are saying, then we just develop that this is a reality. And now I catch myself. And initially when I was just, so I catch myself, anytime that I'm about to say that, I just take a pause. Oh, so this is what I'm going to say. I stop myself and I think about it. Is it really true? Like, to be honest, like if you guys want to buy something, if you really, really want, and now I'm not talking about buying Ferrari, buying all that crazy luxury items. I'm talking about something, let's say you really, really love the dress and it is, I don't know, X amount of dollars and you're thinking, oh my God, that is so expensive. I don't think I can afford it. But I think, is it really true? Because if you are working, you can start saving up by $10 every month or $20, $100, depending on how much you can save. And then eventually you can save that amount and you can probably buy that dress if you really want to. The real question is that we just say it without even realizing. So when you bring things to your consciousness, that's when the change comes. When you don't even realize that you're living an autopilot life, how are you going to change it? So I know whoever is watching my video, your consciousness is there. You are fully aware what is happening in your life. So now, next time, catch yourself. If you are going for a coffee every single day, let's say, right? And you're telling yourself, oh, I shouldn't be buying coffee. And then ask yourself, why? Why am I saying this? Is it because I don't feel worthy enough that I deserve a coffee? Go ahead. You know what? Next time, go ahead, buy a coffee, go for a walk, enjoy every sip because you're truly worth it. But bringing things to your consciousness has an immense power inside of it. And then next I wanted to say is meditation has impacted my life. Now, I know meditation is not easy. And when I started meditation last year, around the same time, I started meditation with 5 minutes because I am kind of a person, it's hard for me to stay still. I can't even stay still without a music on. Like, I just have anxiety issues. I do have, I just have to move myself. I don't know. Like, I have to all the time do something. Otherwise, I can't sit still. But meditation is changed my mental health. And it really made me a very patient, very calm person. Now, after being a mom, I don't think I've ever been this calm that I am within this year. And only reason why I was able to do it is with meditation. So what happened is when you sit down and you focus. Now, meditation, like I said, it's really hard. I started with the guided meditation and I still do guided meditation. It took me a year to get from 5 minutes to 20 minutes. Now I do for 20 minutes meditation and it feels amazing. Now I cannot even start my day without doing meditation. Even if I don't have a time, I would do minimum on the worst days like 10 minutes. But I have to do meditation. And one thing I also wanted to say is I turn meditation as like prayers. And yes, I'm a firm believer in God. And if you're somebody who don't believe in God, if you believe in universe, if you believe in any sort of power, or let's say you don't even believe anything, believe there is a power inside of you. There is a supernatural power inside of you, and it is very, very powerful. Just focus on the things that you want to achieve. Focus on how you can achieve those things. Visualize. This is exactly what I do. And I turn my meditation into prayers. And I just pray. I just pray to God, please guide me and help me. This is a situation. Please help me find a solution. And I am not lying, you guys. Every time, wholeheartedly, when I prayed, all of my worries, my questions has been answered. Like every time I pray, I know in my heart that that thing is done. And this is exactly what I say when I do meditation. Like literally my words, just guide me, help me with this situation. I really need your guidance. And to me, praying, meditation, whatever you want to call it, is very, very powerful. It just helps me to keep me calm, because if there is a chaos inside of you, you can't really change your life. You have to go still. And when you do meditation, you're going to start to acknowledge a stillness around you. Then once you have the stillness, that's when you can look inward and really realize what you truly like, who you truly are. Like whole your life, maybe you are a doctor, but then you realize, wait, I don't enjoy this anymore. I just find that painting is amazing. But that only happen when you go calm. When there is a chaos inside of you, you are just going to live your autopilot life. And that's why I say this. Everything is interrelated, and you have to do all of these things all together to really brainwash yourself for success and transform your life. And another thing that is very, very powerful is journaling. Now, journaling, I don't know if I do it in the right way or what is the method. I did look up many times and it didn't work out for me. What I do when it comes to journaling is I just write things that is bothering me, thing that is I want to achieve. Sometime when I started journaling, I remember last year, I didn't know what to write, and all I used to write is my goals. I just started writing my goals, and I used to write it in a present tense, and I used to say just, thank you, God, for giving me this strength. Thank you, God, for giving me this beautiful day. I'm so grateful for waking up early in the morning, doing meditation, doing yoga. I am very grateful that I get to eat my favorite ice cream, like small things. This is how I started. And honestly, now I write more than a page every single day, depending on what time of the day you want to write. I prefer first thing in the morning, not right away first, not first thing, but like in the morning I try to do it. But you can do it nighttime, whatever works for you. But best time is to do is morning or nighttime. And it's very powerful. Again, it's like journaling is so easy and you don't have to spend so much time. Like I started with like 5 minutes. Like I said, I used to write like 3 or 4 times, 3 or 4 lines, and now I write more than a page, and it's been a year. And you know what is even more powerful is write everything down. What is bothering you? Like just write down. After watching this video, just write down what is bothering you in your life, why you are not happy in your life. If you want to change your life, what you want to do, just write. Just write whatever comes to your mind. And you know what is the most powerful thing is? Read back. When you read back your own journal, you have all the answers of your question. And trust me, this is so beautiful. Like we always look for answers outside. There's all the answers inside of us. Like when you start reading so-and-so situation is bothering you, then you read back, and at least I did when I started reading back and I realized why this is bothering me. Oh, because I have self-worth issues, because I don't value myself. I don't take care of myself. And then I started to realize that I never love myself, like meaning I just don't take care of myself. And you know, these little things will come to a surface level, and that's when you start to realize that what is going on inside of your brain. Journaling is super easy, very powerful, and I would say that everybody should do the journaling. Affirmation is the next one, and like I said, I'm such an ordinary girl. For me, affirmation is very, very crucial till this date. I listen to, there are many, many affirmations that I listen to. The one that I always go back to are Lavender. So Lavender has a really great affirmation. I will leave a link of her videos. Do check it out. It is so beautiful. And what affirmation does, especially when you are on this journey, I'm on this journey and I'm still evolving, and affirmation just gives your brain that everything that you have believed is not true. Like there is so power in affirmation. But I have to say this, in the beginning, when you start to recite them, listen to them, you probably are going to say that they are BS, and they may sound BS, which is totally okay because you're not used to. You know, first time when my therapist said that I'm a strong person, and I was like, what are you talking about? You're just like BSing to me. And then she's like, no, you are. And now this is a common practice. I say to myself, of course I'm strong. I lift so and so weight. Before, I have done so many great things in my life, and I would never acknowledge my strength. I would never acknowledge anything in my life. So what I'm trying to say is affirmation really helps, and they just helps to plant the seed in your brain, and that's exactly what you needed. Like, I don't have anyone around me that is going to tell me that these things are that there is an example, they have transformed my life. So I am just doing it by putting a seed in my brain, just by listening to affirmation. And they are very, very powerful. Like I said before, that growing up in a very ordinary house and with like a typical mindset of kind of people, then it's really hard to surround with the people with a very progressive mindset, with the very positive mindset. And where am I going to find these kind of mentors, right? I mean, how do I transform my brain then? Because then I'm going back to default thinking what I used to think or what people used to say about girls like me, right? So how do I change myself? And the only thing that I was able to find motivation around me is by reading books. I'm reading so many books every single day. Even if it is for 5 minutes, I read book every single morning, is because reading books is just like, hold on a second, let me actually show you. I wasn't joking when I said that I read books. I am so proud of myself, you guys, that I read so many books. Like, I haven't counted. Let's count. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. And there is one that I'm currently reading, almost finishing up. So 14 books. And we are not even end of year yet. We're not even end of year yet. I am so proud of myself. And every book that I read, I just tell myself, okay, I need to put these away because they are really heavy. Every time I read book, I just tell myself that I take them as a mentor, because this is how I just transform my brain. Because like I said, who am I going to go and ask advice from, and where I'm going to find these type of people? And like I said, like in my family, in like past many generation, nobody has done it. Nobody has ever been this liberating in their life, and nobody ever started a business, launch anything creative, never, and nor my friends. So who am I going to ask? They are just living the standard life path, which is great, but because I'm on a journey to transform myself, I needed to look away. So these are the books. These are, trust me, the books that really, really helped me. And by the way, you guys, if you want me to make a separate video on all the books that I recommend and what are each books is about, I mean, if you guys want me to create a summary or whatever, which book I would recommend, I would be so happy to do so, because I definitely have some wisdom about that. So like I said, surround yourself with a great mindset of people, like-minded people who want to change their life. So if you're like me, you don't have anybody around you, then surround yourself with a book. And I know it is really hard to read books. They are not easy. You have to find time, especially if you're a mom like me. It is really challenging for us to find the time. So I know your struggle. I've been through it. I'm still going through it. So just find yourself even 5 minutes. That makes a difference. Even if you read one book in a year, and I would say it's a great achievement. From 0 to 1, that's a huge improvement. And like I said, being a mom, we really don't have that much time in a day. And that's why my next point is, if you can wake up early, because all these things, you have to work on yourself. And if you don't have time to work on yourself, how are you going to change your life? Like, where are you going to find time to do meditation, listen to affirmation, or to read books? So if you wake up whatever time you wake up, just wake up 30 minutes early or 15 minutes early to give yourself like 10, 15 minutes every day. And for me, I said that I'm going to wake up 5 a.m. every single day. And till this date, I wake up before 5 every single day. And trust me, it was challenging. Like, my son is 4 now, and he was young, and it was so hard to wake up early. And he would wake up at the same time as me, like 5 a.m. We both are awake. What are we doing now? But honestly, I did it what I can. I did it, and only reason I did it because I tell myself that if I promise myself I'm going to wake up, I'm going to meditate, I would just lay down with him, and I would put a headphones, and I would just close my eyes, and I would do I'm sorry. I'm getting emotional is only because in that moment, I used to feel very frustrated that why I cannot have 5 minutes or 10 minutes to myself, and why my son is waking up at the same time. Like, I'm waking up 5 in the morning, and why is he waking up at the same time? I did it what I can. I really did it. And he doesn't wake up at 5 in the morning now. I mean, he does sometime, but he's getting bigger. Just change your mindset from victim mindset to a winner mindset. And that is the difference I saw in myself. In those moments, I break down my big goals into small goals. Like, if I wanted to launch a brand, I need to find a manufacturer. And how do I find a manufacturer? Let's learn about manufacturer. So this is how I did it. I break down my bigger goals into smaller goals, and then I further break down to weekly goals. And then I take action for that weekly goals, or weekly goals can be like my action items for that monthly goals. And this is how you are going to achieve any goal that you want to make. And when you're starting out, don't make too many goals. Like, dream big, dream as big as you want. Don't dream small, but don't dream so many things and just dream to they all gonna come. Don't dream just materialistic things and sit there and pray that they're gonna just fall into your laps. That's not going to happen. You have to make our smaller goals and then turn the smaller goals into actionable items. And that's how you're going to achieve anything. Like I said, like launching a brand is a pretty big plan. Then how you're going to further narrow it down to finding a graphic designer for logo, and finding a manufacturer, finding a supply chain person, finding a logistic guy, like all these things. And this is how you're going to achieve anything, like whatever is your dream. Because it's proven that it's easier to win smaller goals than big goals. And small goals are so easy to achieve. And when you achieve those goals, you tell your brain that you are capable of achieving those goals. My biggest advice to you all, which I still implement this, and it was very challenging for me, that is cleanse your surrounding. Now, what I mean by is you're surrounded by friends, family that you have not chosen, friends that you have chosen because your old self was attracted to those friends. And now, during the transition time, what you're going to find is that you are no longer attracted to hang out with the same type of people. You are no longer aligned with their mindset. So what will happen is you no longer wanted to hang out with them. So you're probably being guilty about it. But people might say something else, but my straight up opinion is if your friend circle, it looks like a cage, then you have to lock them and just get out of that cage. But if your friend circle is like a cheerleader, then you celebrate with them and you go hold hands together and rise together. But the problem is, at least it was for my case, is that a lot of my friends, they didn't have the same mindset, or they were living in a victim life. And the problem is that when you are transitioning yourself, you're changing your brain yourself, you don't have enough strength to change somebody else and push them so they change, and then you align together. If you can find a companion like that, that is amazing, because this is the most powerful thing, that if you are in this journey and you have a companion, it's like the best thing ever. But in my case, honestly, you guys, I didn't even tell my family. Like, till this date, my family has no idea that I have already launched a brand. I'm a brand owner. I'm a business person. They have no idea. And I didn't tell them because I just wanted to hide things. I didn't tell them because, A, they don't live with me, and I just wanted to explain things where I can sit down and share with them. And also, is when I am in this period of transitioning, I don't have enough strength, because my brain is very delicate right now, right? When you are transitioning, your brain is very delicate. So you don't want to start something and then start telling your friend and they're going to pull you down and then you're nowhere, right? So you want to protect your future self. You want to protect yourself. So how do you do that? Is by either limiting with what type of people you are hanging out, or not telling them until you achieve things. Then go ahead and tell. And that's exactly what my plan is. I'm going to see them in this year, December, and I'm so excited that I'm flying there. And my plan is to tell them, and I'm sure they're going to be so proud. And now I am so strong, and I have capacity that I can convince them that whatever I'm doing is going to take me to a successful road. And even if it doesn't, it truly aligned with who I am and what I want to achieve. But if your friend circle is not like that, but unfortunately, you just have to cut them out, because if you are hanging out with the negative people, they are never let you grow. They are not going to let you achieve your dreams. They're going to bring you down, and it's not worth it. Go achieve your dreams and then go back and pick them up and see if they are ready to come with you. See if they are ready to change their life with you. If they really mean it to you, they will come back to you. If they don't, then they never meant for you. And lastly, I know this video is getting really, really long, but I just don't want to hold back anything. Like I said, there's so many things. And I can literally make another separate video on each point and elaborate it further if you want to. But I do not want to turn this into any lecture. But lastly is, like I said, surround yourself with a mentor by reading books. But another thing that you can also do, watch motivational videos, self-help podcasts. There's so many podcasts. I really like Mel Robbins' podcast, Diary of CEO, Stephen Bartlett, Andrew Huberman, Tim Ferriss, and Louise Howe. There's so many. Ali Abdaal for productivity. There's so many great podcasts out there. And stop scrolling on internet. Just don't waste your time. Time is the most valuable commodity in this whole world. And if you can take one thing from this video, then take this. Your time is the most powerful commodity in this whole world. So value yourself, value your time, and surround yourself with the like-minded people. And all the steps that I said, honestly, these really helped me. But if you're somebody that doesn't need that much of brainwashing and you can just achieve your goal, then don't follow any of these steps. But if you're somebody like me, I just need extra effort than an average person, then follow these steps. And I'm pretty sure these are going to transform your life. But don't try to follow everything at once, then you're going to find overwhelming. Just try small. This is how I transform my life. If you have watched till the end, I so appreciate it. Thank you so much for watching this video. And like I said, I'm only making this video to be helpful to one person who is looking to transform their life. And if I can do it, trust me, anyone in this entire world can do it. It is not that complicated. It is so easy. It's just our brain is so powerful. Thank you so much for watching this video, and I will see you in my next one. Bye.